Hello. The purpose of this video is to give advising for returning students, that is, students who are entering year 2. And I'm Dr. Daniel Fulcom. I'm one of the outgoing undergraduate coordinators. So this advice is relevant for the 2021-22 academic year. So you are on your academic journey, and so at this time, I will assume that all of you have met this requirement here, that you have a minimum of 24 credits at level 1, at least 18 of which must be within the faculty. If you haven't met that requirement, ensure that you meet the requirement as soon as possible. You're now beginning the part of your academic journey where you're going to be working towards accumulating the 60 advanced credits that you're going to need to graduate. Generally, this is unless otherwise stated, and the otherwise is for the Software Engineering Mobile Application Technologies program. You should be guided by the program specification in the handbook. That is actually what takes precedence. Read it, understand it, and you can visit the FST homepage to get access to the handbook. Okay. So, as you are aware, the Department of Computing has programs in computer science, BA and a BSc, information technology, software engineering. We have 2 software engineering programs. The 3-year software engineering for the software engineering general, and the 4-year program, the mobile application technologies program. And then there's also the computer studies option. So at this point, I will assume that all students have taken and passed the 5 level 1 computing courses. Okay. Some of you may have taken Math 1152 in lieu of Comp 1210. That is okay. Okay. So now, if you're studying computer science, in semester 1, you're going to have to take Comp 2201, that's discrete math, Comp 2190, net-centric computing, and Comp 2140, software engineering. You will also have to take Comp 2211, analysis of algorithms, Comp 2171, object technology, and Comp 2340, the computer organization course. If your major is information technology, you're going to have to take Comp 2140, Comp 2190, Comp 2340, and Info 2100, Info 2110, and Info 2180. Okay, and then you're prepared for your 3rd year, which we'll talk about in another video, or when you get to 3rd year. If your major is software engineering, the software engineering general, then you're going to be expected at year 2 to take Comp 2140, Comp 2171, Comp 2190, Comp 2201, Comp 2211, and SWEN 2165. That's a requirements engineering. So when you're signing up for courses, only sign up for courses whose prerequisites you have. As a policy within the Department of Computing, we do not grant students overrides to take courses that whose prerequisites they do not meet. Okay. So if you're missing prerequisites for any core courses, ensure that they are satisfied. So which courses can you take? So if your major is computer science, in semester 1, you should take Comp 2140, Comp 2190, and Comp 2201, and 2 more elective courses. In semester 2, you should sign up for Comp 2171, Comp 2211, Comp 2340, 2 more elective courses, and a foundation course. If your major is software engineering general, then in semester 1, you take Comp 2140, Comp 2190, and Comp 2201, and 2 elective courses. Right? And in semester 2, you're going to need to take Comp 2171, Comp 2211, and SWEN 2165, and 2 more elective courses and a foundation course. If your major is information technology, in semester 1, you should take Comp 2140, Comp 2190, Info 2110, Info 2180, and an elective course. And in semester 2, you take Comp 2340, Info 2100, and 3 more elective courses and the foundation course. If your major is the computer studies option, then in semester 1, you should take Comp 2140, Comp 2190, Comp 2201, and 1 elective from either a level 2 computing course or math course or econ course or management course. Actually 2 electives, because you take another elective again from that same pool. And in semester 2, you take Comp 2171, Comp 2211, Comp 2340, and then 2 more electives that are at level 2 from either Comp, Math, Econ, or Management. Okay, and then your second foundation course. And if your major is software engineering, mobile application technologies, then you should sign up for Comp 2140, Comp 2190, Comp 2201, Found 1301. And in semester 2, you sign up for Comp 2171, Comp 2211, Comp 2340, Comp 3161, SWEN 2165, and CHIN 1002. And you should bear in mind that the Software Engineering Mobile Application Technologies program has a much higher fee structure than the other computing programs. So what are your next steps? You should prepare and update your degree plan. You can talk to an academic advisor in the Department of Computing if you have questions, especially about the computing courses. If you have questions about other department's courses, you should direct your questions to that department. Then you should register for your courses, right? Remember, registration is how the university knows that you intend to take a course. So just to review a few common registration errors, a prerequisite test score error will indicate that you don't have all the prerequisites for a given course. So maybe you're trying to sign up, say, for a course and you don't have math, Comp 1210, okay? If you're signing up, say, for discrete math, you will see, and you don't have 1210, you're going to see a prerequisite and test score error. A program restriction error will indicate that you're trying to register for a course that's restricted to students in a program, such as maybe a SWEN something course that's only restricted to students in a given major. Or a campus restriction error will indicate that you're trying to take a course that is not available at your campus. And a linked course required error indicates that you haven't selected all the parts of a course for registration. That is, all the lectures, tutorials, labs, whatever has been defined for that course. And maximum hours exceeded error indicates that you have exceeded the maximum number of credits for that semester. A few parting remarks. As I said earlier, please ensure that you read the faculty handbook for the program of interest and meet the requirements. So for example, I had said earlier that you're going to need at levels 2 and 3 a minimum of 60 advanced credits. Well, if your major is computer science, for example, you're going to need to have a minimum of 39 advanced credits from computing courses. Now, we've defined 30 of those credits for you. The other 9 credits you're going to have to get from any advanced, that is levels 2 or 3 computing course. Okay, so that's been defined for you. So you have to get those kinds of details from the faculty handbook. Okay. The other point I want to make, over the years, students have told me that the step up in terms of effort that is required from year 1 to year 2 is significant. And so some students seem to struggle with that. You don't have to. All right. So one of the things you want to do is plan. All right. So you have your timetable from what you've registered for. Schedule your time, including the time you're going to be attending your classes, the time you're going to be studying, maybe if you have to work, right? Schedule your time and try to stick to your timetable as much as possible, and have that timetable be realistic. Another point is make sure that you attend your course sessions. There's a reason why we define courses with lectures and tutorials and labs sometimes, because we know that these sessions are important for students to grasp the material. I have seen where some students do not attend lectures, they don't attend tutorials, and then they perform poorly, but they don't draw a connection between their attendance and participation and effort and the grade they get. Okay, so attend your course sessions, do your work, practice, right? So you have a tutorial sheet, attempt the problems beforehand, ideally, right? And then you can go to class and you're better placed now to ask questions. Another point is academic integrity. Over the last 2 years in particular, we've seen very serious problems with academic integrity. In fact, some students have been found guilty of violating the university's regulations on academic integrity. And now those students who are found guilty have an EI associated with all those courses that they took, and they have to retake those courses in the cases where they've been found guilty, and in addition to paying a fine, right? And that doesn't go away, it stays on your record, right? That can hinder you from getting the job that you want. It can hinder you from going to graduate school, right? Avoid these things, please. Okay, if you're tempted, remember that the cost of cheating is very significant, and it also affects your confidence, because you know that even if you didn't get caught, you know that you really haven't mastered that material, right? So it affects your confidence. Okay. So if you have further questions, the undergraduate coordinators for the 2021-22 academic year in the department are Dr. Philippa Bennett, whose name and email address is on the screen, and Dr. Paul Gaynor, again, his name and email address are on the screen. All the best as you register and take your courses in the 2021-22 academic year.